When I was 7 years old in 1980, just as the Iran-Iraq war broke out, there was a massive campaign to deport the Iraqis of Iranian origin. And the majority of them are Iraqi citizens whose ancestor held the Persian nationality under Ottoman rule. In order to avoid serving in the Ottoman army, pay taxes to the Sublime Porte. And suddenly, under Saddam Hussein, you began to have this legal status. And our neighbors were deported. And my parents were communist and they were against Saddam Hussein's regime. So we were under a lot of political pressure. My father at that time was arrested twice. And at one point he was threatened if he doesn't cooperate with the Ba'ath regime, they would assault his wife and daughter. And because of that, my father was under a lot of stress and had a stroke 2 years later and died. So that was like the beginning of the reign of terror, like the deportation of Iraqis of Iranian origin, the liquidation of the Iraqi Communist Party, and the repression of Islamic parties and Kurdish movements. So at that time, as a 7-year-old kid, I couldn't imagine how are our neighbors not Iraqis? They were just like us. And my mother explained, actually, there's this division in the Iraqi citizenship law. Iraqis who held the Ottoman citizenship and Iraqis who held Persian citizenship. And to me, that really never worked because I'm like, okay, if Iraqis of Iranian origin were deported because originally, supposedly, generationally ago, they were Iranians or their ancestors get the citizenship, then how did Iraqi communists get denaturalized? And actually, my Lebanese grandfather, he managed to get the Iraqi citizenship because he was an Ottoman subject at the time when he came to Iraq in the 20s. Or how could Iraqi Jews who also held Ottoman citizenship be deported? So I began really interested in the history of citizenship law in Iraq, and I did archival research, and I realized that actually both the French and the British, when they colonized what's now the Middle East after World War I, they always had laws that allowed them to strip political undesirables, which are like usually people, citizens who oppose existing political arrangements. They would denaturalize them under the pretext that they are a threat to national security or they are of foreign origin.